Hello and greetings, parents and guardians of the class of 2030. My name is Joe Reedy. I'm the principal of Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School. It is a pleasure to give you a short presentation to help you preview the course catalog and to share some information about your child's upcoming experience here at MASH for the next 4 years after 8th grade. We're so excited to meet them and to see them. Later this year, they'll write a letter to me, which I hope it's a great tradition over the years that our 8th grade students have done to the high school principal. I have a bunch behind me here in these binders, and I'm looking forward to getting to know your child. A little bit about me here before we get going. My name is Joe Reedy, as I shared. I have been in the district since 2012. I have served as a social studies teacher for a number of different years, primarily teaching 10th graders and some upperclassmen as well. I joined the administrative team in 2019 before the pandemic as an assistant principal, and this is my third year as the high school principal. So it is a great honor to join our colleagues here and welcoming your child to our high school next year. So this presentation, I try to keep it on the brief side. It's more of a preview to more information to come for you, but strategically wanted to communicate with you before your child gets to see and visit one of our high school counselors coming down to the middle school this week. Many of them already know Miss George, and she is our newest high school counselor, but she's been at the middle school for a number of years. And so starting Wednesday this week, she'll be meeting with each team over the course of the next few days after Wednesday, starting Wednesday, and with more detailed information. All right, so I just want to give you an overview of our high school. This is by no means an exhaustive summary of our building. We have completed construction, the latest construction renovation project last winter. And so when you come onto campus, if you haven't been here already, if you have an older sibling, we've made some significant changes due to increased enrollment sizes, as well as the evolved program that we have. But we are tradition, pride, excellence. We're very proud of our building. When you do get here throughout the year, if you have a chance to visit for any athletic events or the musical or any other event, you'll see that the entire building received a makeover of sorts of maroon and steel and a lot of updates and enhancements to our program. This is the Commons, the middle of the building here by the cafeteria in the back. This is the Junior Commons, as we call it. This is another view of the Junior Commons in our cafeteria as well. The lobby near the gymnasium has received also a larger ceiling to house a lot of our events, indoor events. And this is the what we call the new wing lobby. So a lot of our student drivers, a lot of our upperclassmen have classes out in the new wing. For rising freshmen, they may have some classes out here, such as study halls. But we have a cafe here that is open in the mornings for our students as they enter the building. And then this is the upstairs of the new wing. This is a lot where our 11th graders and 12th graders have classes. We have a myriad of social studies classes up here, and engineering classes, physics, science, as well as mathematics upstairs in this building. So this space was non-existent many years ago, but again, due to higher enrollment of students in each class, as well as advanced programming and evolved programming, we're very proud of our spaces. This is a look of a classroom. This is a classroom that was finished last year. Obviously, there's a little bit more decor than what you see here, but flexible furniture to arrange in different configurations. So a very cleaned up space. I'm very excited for your child to enjoy it when they're here. A new wing. We have several different elements of our building that were never there before. This is on the right side, a studio, a media studio. We are working on programming to get this studio up and running. So by the time your child is here at high school and during their time here, our programming will have this media studio as part of it, so we can make our news channels and other productions for our community. We also have, when I showed this picture to you before, we also have a hydroponic lab on the one side of our building. We grow fresh produce in there. We do have our academic skinny classes, so your child does have an opportunity to take a class called hydroponics, as well as many, many others that I'll show you in your course booklet. And of course, this is our iconic gymnasium, where we host many athletic events and extra events during the school year. I'll talk a little bit later in this presentation about our freshman orientation that happens in the summertime, and in a group that we have called Link Crew. They also meet in the gym on the first day of school. And if you ever have a chance to come in through the back entrance, this is the student entrance as we call it. We have two entrances, the one off of Broad Street, and this is the one off of Williams Grove. It's a beautiful, called the Student Plaza, the beautiful view coming in. It's an iconic shot at night if you ever get a chance to see this. The home of the Wildcats. So very proud of our building, and we appreciate our community for supporting us in this endeavor. This is our Wildcat Activity Center. It's where we host a lot of events. As a ninth grade student, we have something called the Junior Achievement, the STEM Summit, where we have the whole day here for our freshman students to dive into different stations and different projects, hands-on activities involving STEM that's connected to their career classes. We also have Cultural Heritage Day in here, but just a number of extracurricular activities and sports in our PE classes that use this space right off of the building here. All right, so that's a little bit of an overview of our building on the interior, some spots in the exterior. You'll have a chance during first and second semester of next school year to walk about the building. The back to school night, we typically schedule those in August. Those dates will all be published for you during the summer communication. We'll share that well in advance for you so you can attend those. We also have conference nights. We have one each of those each semester. So these are all opportunities to see our campus. So as I shared earlier, this presentation is really just meant to put a face to a name. It's meant to see our campus a little bit, but more so, it's just meant to preview our program. So you have some conversational topics with your child as Miss George comes to see them during this week and next to look at their schedules for next school year. And so we'll talk about the building our freshman schedule and then what's next as well in this presentation. So this is an exciting time for your child. Think back to your high school experience. I think about mine often during this time. It's an exciting time in their lives. It's an exciting time at their high school experience. And one of the things about the high school schedule, it is all geared around the needs and wants of our students. So the state, Pennsylvania Department of Education, provides us sort of a framework of what students need to graduate, and then of course our district publishes certainly another field of what is required for our students to take. And you know, a lot of the programs, a lot of the classes they take are based off the skills that we believe they need to have in the real world, as well as real life experiences for them. One of the things about our high school is we are rooted in this project. It's called a graduation project. It used to be called Project Dreams, but we have it's a project that has evolved in time. Students get an experience of different field work experiences, different jobs that they may or may not want to do. It gives them a chance to explore what's out there connected to their interests. But a number of years ago, we've shifted the mindset a bit. This has always been a high functioning and high yield project for our students. One of the things that we encourage our students to think about is the challenges in the world that we face or that we will face. And then to think about the giftings and the skills within them that they believe in their interests that they would want to tackle. What are the challenges in this world that they would like to tackle? What are the interests inside of them and the skills and the giftings that they would be able to apply that to. And then they work backwards to research what are the fields and careers that would align with those hopes and dreams that they have. Students all take career development as a ninth grade student their first semester to kind of get the ball rolling there, or to continue the momentum from their previous years in the middle school and before that. And then they have it again as a junior, but throughout that time, there's different touch points with students to work on their graduation projects. But it's a very exciting time. We believe strongly that by the time students get to their senior year should look very similar or close to it, or closer to it, to what their post-high school experience will look like. And a lot of different alternative scheduling exists by the time they're a senior, that it's a launch pad, surely, prior to their commencement. Academics, certainly we will talk a little bit about, the counselor is going to share a little bit more information about how many credits students need and what the freshman year looks like. And of course, the extracurricular program, dozens and dozens of athletic and non-athletic co-curricular activities your students can sign up for and assume leadership positions for. So they're very excited for that program that exists. All right. So now we're going to take a look at our approach here, freshman year, for the class of 2030 for next school year. We do operate on a semester-based schedule. We have made this shift now. We're several years into this shift, post-pandemic change up. There's a number of reasons we selected to go the semester-based approach. A lot of it came down to the science and the research behind having fewer classes at one given point for students. So there's a wellness component to this. Rather than having 8 or 9 classes that meet for 40-some minutes or 45 minutes, one of our goals is to slow down the school day to get longer instructional time for each class in order for teachers and students to reach closer to deeper learning. We believe strongly in the transfer of student skills and understandings into real life experiences for kids. And so the 85-minute block does provide us with ample opportunities for teachers and students to reach deep learning. So those are some reasons for the semester-based. We also know that fewer transitions in a school day. We've seen better results in terms of our discipline and our attendance. There's kind of a collegiate atmosphere in the building. And really, we're trying to slow down the day to achieve that. So students have 2 semesters. The changeover is around this time of school year. As I record this, today is the first day of semester 2. This option also gives students more choices throughout a school year and more opportunities for acceleration or remediation. So if a student is wanting to build up their mathematical courses, there's a way to do that, or their skills in world languages. And it provides, during one academic school year, a lot more electives to be taken by a student in addition to their core majors we'll talk about. Miss George will explain this to students when she sees them over the course of this week and next. And of course, when you come to the high school, we'll explain more of that in our course website, our course catalog. All this information and more is on there, and I'll share that with you in a little bit. Here's a breakdown of our current counselors. We go by Alpha at the moment for our high school counselors. So Mrs. Walsh has students 9 through 12 with the last names A through D. Miss George has the last names E through K, again 9 through 12. And then Mr. Covert, he has students with the last names L through R, and Miss Galbraith, students S through Z. The benefit of this Alpha approach is that counselors would have a familiarity with families as they move forward. We've been at this model for the last few years. We will continue to study and explore this model as well as other ones, and the best approach that counselors know their students and can help them with their goals as best as possible. So here's a summary of graduation requirements. MASD Policy 217 outlines that the board does require that candidates for graduation, for commencement, have earned 26 credits as well as have successfully completed their senior high project, which before I called the graduation project. So this is a breakdown of the credits that students must acquire. So over the course of their high school experience, we do require 4 credits of English, 3 credits of mathematics, 3 credits of science, 3 credits of social studies, and then 2 credits of arts and or humanities, and then 2 credits of PE, 1/2 credit of health, and then 8 credits in the elective areas. And so we are obviously we are so happy that our students get these experiences and our requirements. The 8 credits and electives fits in with our mantra to help students explore and to innovate what their path will or may look like after high school. And as I shared earlier, that by the time they get to be a senior, their senior year will look a lot more like where they are heading after high school. So having that experience earlier than later is really key. Our whole academic program and our scheduling is based off of student needs and wants and then the program. But this model, as we've been having for the last few years, helps us achieve student customization to what students would want and need. Act 158 is another component of their graduation. So students take Keystone exams in the middle school. Some students take Keystone, but for the majority it would be PSSAs. The state does require that students find a proficiency in one of the pathways. So there are 5 pathways. The keystones, and taking those tests and becoming proficient in each of them, biology, algebra, literature is one path. There's also a second path of the score composite. So if a student is higher in one of those areas than the other one, those scores, if they meet a certain threshold, students get through that pathway. They meet the pathway that direction. There's also another pathway with our CTC process, which students learn more about that the fall of their freshman year. And then there's pathway 4 and 5, which has a number of different artifacts that once students become, or junior year, senior year, we help them achieve if that's the path they take. I would say about 80% of our students meet the Keystone competency through just taking their Keystone exams. Trust us through this process. We work alongside with families and students and really have taken a state requirement and have found the great vast of benefits to helping kids with achieving other ways to meet the pathway in addition to being well and successful on the Keystone. So follow our lead with it. I wanted to provide you an overview of what semester schedules would look like for your child. And this kind of puts the block period as well as our 6-day cycle sequence in a visual for you. So this student here, it's an example of a freshman student. You'll see that on the 6-day cycle, they would have Spanish as one of their majors. They have AP Human Geography as a second major, and they have English as their third. And they meet with that major every single cycle day, as you can see here. You'll notice, though, for period 2, that they have a study hall. They have that twice a cycle. And they also have career development. Every 9th grade student has career development in the fall of their freshman year. This student is also taking music. So music meets on day 3 for this student. And then they have PE on day 5. 9th grade students have health their second semester. You'll notice here the time blocks, what you'll notice period 3 is a little bit longer. This is when on days 1 through 5, students would eat lunch. We have 4 lunch waves. Each lunch wave is about 300 some students, 350 students or so. And depending on where the student has class, so in the 100 block or the 200s or the 3 or 4s, so their new wing is the 3s and 4s, that's where we determine when a student has lunch. So in this case, it's his lunch too. What's not pictured here, it says Freshman Academy. During IE period for the current year, and we'll see what it looks like next year, this on day 1, the student would have Spanish during IE. This is meant for review. It's meant for enrichment. On day 2, this student would have career development. On day 3 for IE period on this day, they would have AP Human Geography, and on day 4, they would meet with their Period 4 class, which is English 9. This is the first year currently we've done this approach. We've seen good success with it in terms of having students and teachers have another opportunity for review and enrichment. It's not meant for new curriculum and new teaching, because this is the time of the day where students are being dismissed for athletics and other events during that time. On day 5 and 6, those are study halls for students. The teachers have collaboration time during some of those days, and so these are days where in the future we might hold clubs during that time, or different opportunities for kids to get enrichment and help. Day 6 is a little bit different. We are evolving the MASH schedule here. We've had day 6, this configuration, for the last several years. Day 6, the goal of it is to create opportunities for new programming that normally would have a hard time existing. So one of my goals with my team is to reduce schedule conflicts in the building so students can get what they need and want. So about half the building is in a music class, or they're taking an academic enrichment class, or they're in case management with their case managers, or in any number of intervention classes during that time. Some of our enrichment electives, which are pass-fail, they're 0.25 credits. We have this year about 8 of them or so. We have everything from civil rights legacy to hydroponics, astronomy. We have genocide studies. We have sports analytics. We have computer programming, and a whole list of other opportunities for kids to select. And if they're not in any of those, it is a time for kids. We have study hall, and there's opportunities for them to get help from a teacher or get further assistance. Period 1, 2, 3, and 4 are shortened during that time. They're about 40 minutes. So instruction on those days looks a little bit different. And then what's a little bit different, and we walk our students through it, is if they have a minor class like PE or study hall, we have rotations for the day 6. So day 6, rotation 1 might look like certain ways. That's when they meet with their study hall. Career development is in the second rotation. And we really train the students to follow that, and we have good success with that. This is what second semester looks like. This student has their math, geometry, first block. They have digital music, which meets every single day. Then they have their minor classes that meet during period 3. And then they have their period 4 class, and you could see there. So that's how, one of the benefits we've seen, students have fewer classes to consider, to think about at one point. And in our surveys and in our interviews with students, there's great appreciation for balancing things out in this way. So what's next? Like I said, your student will be seeing their counselor, our Miss George, this current week coming up, and into early the following week, to learn more about the MASH schedule and the exciting years coming up for them, and how to register for classes and how to schedule for them. A lot of the courses will be pre-scheduled for them, as they're already majors that they're required to have, but there is some elective choice, and so the counselors will walk them through that. You can expect over the course of this current year, their 8th grade year, the 8th grade teachers have recommended them at this point, or they're finishing up this week, to specific classes for their following year. Throughout the rest of the school year, though, we'll continue to refine those recommendations. And so early in the summer, late June, early July is typically when you can expect a communication from me in the mail. This will have their preliminary schedule draft. On this schedule, we don't list teacher names, but we do have their courses that they have for first and second semester. I also will share Sapphire updates if there's anything there that we need to. In that mailing, I'll share information about the freshman orientation that will take place in August, and those dates will be released in that mailer. That's where your student will get introduced to what's called Link Crew. Every student in the building, 9th grade student, gets paired up with a junior or senior leader that they spend time with throughout the year. They get to know each other, and these leaders, in conjunction with our team, help them with the year ahead, building successful habits, sort of how to navigate high school. And we've had great success with that. Students will be given an masdstudent.org email. They still have it. We'll share information closer to the school year. And then in addition to this support, every student in the building has what's called a crew period. So they're assigned to an advisor for 4 years. They mostly stay the same. And that cohort, that group of students of about 12 to 15, they meet about once or twice a month. And we have a number of different topics that they review together. And so we've been doing crew period. It used to be called advisory for now, probably close to 26 years, and had great success with it. And in the parents, in the late summer, I'll give you a more thorough review of the start of the school year. We call this Parent Coffee. It's been done through a digital method throughout the last few years to get some more viewers and more connection. But this is what's to come from here. All right, so thank you for spending some time here viewing this message. I hope this method, this format is user-friendly for you. In the next few moments, I'm just going to preview our website for you, the course registration catalog website that you can take a look at in advance of your child seeing their counselor this week, Miss George. And you'll have the ability to look over that website at your own time as you wish. Can't wait to work with you over the next 4 years once your child commences from 8th grade into the high school. It's an honor for my team and I to light the fire of education and to continue that in the life of your child. All the best. So thank you again, parents and guardians of the class of 2030, for listening to this presentation today. Before I sign out here for now, I just wanted to show you the website. It's mashcourseselection.org. And this link will be in the newsletter that is shared along with the video. I would encourage you to check it out, to preview the information. I have a message in here. And this is the site that is reflected from last year when our new courses go in front of the board here soon in the coming days. This website will reflect the updates and changes for the following school year, the one that we're planning now for 26-27. But 96% of everything you see is accurate to what the next year will look like. You'll click on general information and you can learn about our graduation requirements. You can learn about senior year with senior alternative. You can learn more about our project graduation. There's really a whole host of information for you. This truly is the constitution for our program here at the high school in terms of academic program. One of the features of it, which I really appreciate, is our curriculum guidelines for each grade level. So you can see what your student will take for required majors. You'll be able to see their elective major subjects, which they can take 1 credit each for 1 semester. You could see the minor subjects as well as some other information about our program. Course of studies, you can take a deeper dive into the courses that they'll take. So for example, if you want to learn about American Studies and what they'll take either semester 1 or 2 next year, you can learn about the weights of the different levels. You can learn about the background of the classes. Course weight information is in there. And again, more information about their senior year. Sometimes it's great to start with the end in mind. You can learn a little bit about what their senior year of high school could look like. All right, so not any attempt to overwhelm you, but more of a preview and a way to build excitement with your child as they come home and talk about what their presentation was like with Miss George this week and next. Thank you again for viewing, and again, thank you so much for the partnership that we will have together over the next 4 years of your child's high school experience. Have a great rest of your day.